In the midst of an uneventful Saturday crept a peculiar suburban garage sale, where I chanced upon an antique mirror swathed in enigma. As a relentless treasure seeker, I was lured into the aura of the Forsaken, unearthing an ancient mirror encased in a tarnished silver frame. Its elaborate etchings seemed to murmur sinister tales from realms long lost. Despite the veil of grime, the mirror exuded an uncanny allure, its charm chilling, almost spectral. I found myself ensnared in, and soon it found its way into my abode. The mirror now reigning in its new haunt as a dark testament to my penchant for unearthing hidden, eerie treasures. However, as the day ebbed into the robes of twilight, a chilly dread began to weave its web. Unwittingly, I'd brought home more than a mirror. It was a portal to something far more sinister, teeming with more than mere reflections. Little did I realize, the mirror was a twisted echo of reality, hiding far more horrors than my unsuspecting self could fathom. Mirrors are designed to reflect, but what if they begin to mirror things that are none? Oddities began to unfold in my reflection, barely discernible initially. Ominous shadows would flit at the periphery of my vision, swift, fleeting movements that vanished instantly. I dismissed them as figments of my imagination. These anomalies escalated, morphing into something far more ominous. More than just obscure shadows now, actual figures materialized. Figures that seemed imprisoned within the mirror's frame, disappearing when I changed my gaze. These figures were cloaked in attire from various time periods, unaware of my presence. An icy shiver coursed through me, which I hastily blamed on exhaustion or fatigue. I brushed it off as an offshoot of weary eyes. However, a seed of trepidation was sown, that took on an unnerving quality, as if it harbored an alternate universe within its metallic sheen. The reflections grew in intensity, the figures more menacing. They acknowledged my presence, their eyes revealing a spectrum of raw emotions. This eerie, soundless interaction sent shivers down my spine, yet I remained rooted to the spot, ensnared by the mirror's riddle and my own curiosity. The mirror, once a mere replicator, morphed into a source of fascination and fear for me. I found myself inexplicably drawn to it, unable to resist its allure, even as the reflections took a decidedly sinister turn. The mirror's reflections were in strangeness and fearfulness, yet my intrigue overpowered my instinct to avert. The line between reality and reflection began to waver, and an unexplainable haunting took hold. The atmosphere around me turned heavy, pulsating with an eerie aura that seemed to seep from the mirror. What was once a commonplace object, swiftly transformed into a terrifying stage for inexplicable, chilling phenomena. The supernatural occurrences within my home began subtly, yet progressively grew in intensity. At first, it was the inexplicable rustling of papers in a still, the inexplicable creaking of floorboards in the eerie silence of the night. Then, a spectral whisper came to life, a sound that increased in volume over time, impossible to dismiss. Objects started defiance against the laws of physics. Books and chairs shifted without a touch, cups were violently thrown off tables. Then came the eyes. A vague sensation of being observed gradually metamorphosed into an undeniable, unsettling presence. The mirror's reflection teemed with relentless observing eyes as if it had been imbued with a life of its own. Fearfully I realized the mirror had turned into a gateway, a portal into a realm alien and abhorrent to our world. A realm populated by phantasmal shadows, moving objects, and ever-watchful eyes. The line between reality and reflection hasn't just blurred, it has been terrifyingly obliterated. The mirror, once an innocent, had evolved into an object of pure terror, a horrifying window into the unknown. In horror, one must confront the dreadful reality, and I was no exception. My quest for understanding led me to excavate the haunting past of the mirror. I scrutinized age-old records and archives, revealing its sinister history. This mirror, discovered at an auction, was not merely an antiquity. It was the property of a malevolent occultist, renowned for his dark rituals and obsession with the supernatural. Legend tells he exploited this mirror as a channel for wicked forces to unseen. The mirror was not merely a reflection of reality, but a terrifying gateway to a clandestine universe. Each glance I cast brought me nearer to the occultist's forsaken world. They were not just images, they were stairways into a horrifying chasm. The malevolent spirit of the occultist was confined within the mirror, to snare anyone who dared gaze into it. I realized that I had not just acquired a mirror, I had in fact gained entrance to unimaginable horrors. Shaken by this discovery, I understood I was totally unprepared for such a revelation. But now, my eyes were open. The mirror was not a regular object, it was a vessel of darkness, a portal into a realm of terror. Opening, in the face of abominable terror, bravery emerges as the only weapon. This gripping tale unfurls around a protagonist's daring skirmish with a cryptic mirror. The day of reckoning loomed over. I was armed with a massive sledgehammer, and I found myself squaring off against the mirror. The air electrified with palpable suspense, the silence in the room so dense it was almost suffocating. The mirror taunted, its ominous assertion inciting a tremendous battle. With my heart pounding like a war drum, I advanced, my gaze fused to the mirror. A primal scream tore through the quietude as I swung the sledgehammer with all of my might. The room exploded with the deafening crash of fracturing glass as the mirror splintered into myriad pieces, severing the sinister connection to the eerie realm. The room sank back into its eerie silence. The broken mirror lay scattered across the floor, reflecting my weary but victorious face flushed with relief. In the bitter end, the mirror was decimated, the monstrous horrors annihilated, yet the haunting memories of terror would eternally reverberate in the shards of the annihilated mirror. In the aftermath of the dust and terror, what lingers is not just the echo, but an incessant deafening scream of horror. I crawled out from the abyss of a horrifying ordeal, hair-raisingly shaken yet miraculously untouched. A mirror, previously an ordinary harmless symbol of vanity, morphed into prophet of unthinkable fears, camouflaged amidst everyday mundanity. Acquired from a quaint garage sale, it acted as the terrifying gateway to a world where nightmares walked freely. Today, the mirror lies in fragments, its tangible existence erased, yet its eerie presence eternally echoing. Every glance into any surface chills my blood, each shiver a reverberating specter of a past that refuses to fade. The wounds from this chilling encounter bleed afresh with each reflection, a ceaseless of the icy dread that still grips my soul. The mirror may be shattered, but its haunting reflection is etched in my memory, a bone-chilling reminder that not all that sparkles in a garage sale should be embraced.